So, Hopsin just released the 9th installment in his Ill Mind of Hopsin series, and it wasn't an awful song, but there are a couple problems I have with it, and there is one main problem I have with it. Now, I was originally going to do this as an Is It Good video, which is my review series, just reviewing this single, but I thought it would be better to do it in this format. However, I will be doing an Is It Good video for his No Shame album, so you can look out for that in a couple of days maybe. But right now, I want to talk about this song, because there's a lot I have to say about it.
Oh, hello, son. I really wish I knew you. I'm your father you'll probably never be introduced to.
So we're going to start this off positive, and to start off, I do want to say, I do like the instrumental for this song, and I like what Hopsin seems to be doing with his instrumentals recently. And here's what I think makes these different to the beats he used to make. Hopsin is becoming really good at making beats that fit the theme of the song that he's making. This one has that kind of melody that would be heard like on those like Baby Mobile things, and it fits the message of the song excellently. This was also shown in tracks like Witch Doctor, where he used African style drums to fit what he was rapping about. I really like how he's putting elements in his beats that match the lyrics and stories of the song. It's pretty cool. His delivery is also a lot softer here, which fits the message as well, so props for that. Okay guys, the camera was squint for like the first segment of that, I apologize. I had one of the legs on the tripod too high up.
Our lives could have been so good, but mama had to fuck it all up.
It's sad.
And now you're dead.
So this song is directed straight at Hopsin's kid, who he had with his ex-girlfriend. I'm sure if you're watching this you know the situation, but Hopsin said his ex assaulted her, got him banned from the country, and now Hopsin can't see his child anymore because he is banned from Australia, which is where his ex lives with their child. This seems like something that would be very interesting and emotional to make a song about, but the lyrics and content of this song is where my main problem lies. Hopsin doesn't handle this subject matter well at all. It was executed terribly, and here's why. Now get ready, because this is quite a long segment, and I'm going to detail all the problems I have with this song's lyrical content and themes. Get ready, because there's a lot coming. First off, it's essentially a kid's dad telling the kid that he should hate his mother. Now I know she's stopping Hop from seeing his kid, which is pretty horrible, but he shouldn't be telling this kid how he should feel about his own mother. It just kind of rubs me the wrong way. I mean, this could cause so many problems for his kid. Imagine knowing there's a song out there talking about your mother, calling her a fake bitch, and millions of people have seen it and know your name and her name. Like, it's not a secret. Her name is pretty public, and she makes the baby's name public, so we know who that kid is, we know who Hop's ex-girlfriend is. It's out there for a bunch of people, and there's this song on the internet that's gonna get at least 15 million views, where he's called this person's mother a fake bitch, he's called the kid's grandparents racist. I mean, the first verse isn't bad, but the second verse comes off as so petty. I think one of the most morally questionable things he says on here comes in the third verse though, where he says that he thinks he wishes his ex-girlfriend got an abortion because it would cause him less problems. This comes off as really harsh because this song is essentially talking directly to the kid, and Hop is saying, maybe if I got you aborted my life would be easier. That just comes off as pretty damn harsh. He's also placing the blame on someone else for the entirety of this track. The track would have hit me more emotionally if it was about the fact that Hopsin couldn't see his child. Like, there is no way that he'll be able to see his child face to face for at least a few years. I don't know how long he's banned for, but if he talked about that for the rest of the song, it would have been much more emotional. But instead, what it comes off as is he's using the child as a way to diss his ex-girlfriend. That's how it comes across in the song. Like, Hopsin is using his platform to turn their kid against his ex-girlfriend, and I'm not really sure that I like that. That's just how I feel about the message. It just really feels like this was handled really badly, and it could actually affect the kid growing up, which is not great for him. And I just didn't like how the subject matter was handled, how it was put into words, and the fact that he wasn't really talking about not being able to see his child. He used it more of an opportunity to diss his ex again. Like I said, I'm a huge fan of Hopsin, but I'm not just gonna blindly support anything he puts out or says.
I'm sorry I can't be there with you, but I'll be there soon. But daddy doesn't.
So how do I feel about this overall? Well, here comes the controversial opinion, because this is the first time I've ever been disappointed by an Ill Mind of Hopsin song. That doesn't feel nice to say, because these were like my favourite songs growing up. Every time I would listen to them, they'd blow me away. And this one, I just listened to it and it felt uncomfortable. Like I said, this is actually the first time an Ill Mind of Hopsin song didn't blow me away on the first listen. And that's upsetting because the Ill Mind series has been goddamn solid so far. Sure, his flow is perfectly fine, his rhymes are decent but not amazing, but the main takeaway here is the message, and this song causes way more problems than it solves. And just comes off as a petty way to hurt his ex by bringing their child into the mix. I've been listening to Hopsin since 2012 and I am a huge fan, but I'm not gonna suck his dick and say that everything he's put out is gold. I am gonna give this track a 4 out of 10. And trust me, it pains me to say those words. I know that might make some people angry, but it's genuinely how I feel about the track. For reasons I explained, the content is just something I can't really get behind. The hook, I haven't even mentioned the hook. The second half of the hook is horrible. I get that it's supposed to be him and his child singing the song, but Hopsin doing the voice of a nasally, high-pitched child does not sound good, and the hook on this, the second half sounds awful, which is a shame because the first half of the hook sounds pretty good. The second half, no, it's just bad. I'm probably gonna replay the hell out of this track anyway, because that's what I do with every Hopsin song, even if I dislike it. Even Happy Ending, I know all the words to Happy Ending now, even though I despise that song. Just because I've listened to it so much, I don't know why, they always have this kind of infectious quality and I always want to listen to his songs again. But it's important to know I don't really like this one. Everything about it just makes it feel really uncomfortable to listen to. But that is just how I feel about it. How do you guys feel about it? Let me know in the comments below. I've explained my thoughts on it. Just let me know if you agree with them in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Make sure to follow me on Instagram under the name CDTVProductions. The Is It Good video on No Shame will be coming soon. Hopefully I'll have more positive things to say about that. And this is CDTV Productions, signing out.